I'm good, man. I'm straight. I'm as straight as they come. I had a long day yesterday. Coming off prime time and the radio and being at home and doing everything that I last night I had a chance to watch American Skin, which is fire.
Tell us what that is real quick.
It's a movie that it's basically it's around. I don't want to give it all away, but it has something to do with what we dealing with in America today. Spike Lee, it's a Spike Lee joint. He was the producer of the movie or the director of the movie. So it was pretty cool though. I mean, it's like you got to see it though. I don't want to give it away. You gotta. It's fire, Jay.
No, I'm with you, man. Nate Parker and Amari Howrick, they did a hell of a job, man.
Yeah, it's fire, though.
Spike is going to join us, by the way, this morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. He'll also have some memories about Kobe Bryant because Spike's probably one of the bigger basketball fans you'll ever meet. Start the day brought to you by Indeed. Hiring you need Indeed. Learn more at Indeed.com/credit. Let's just get into what we heard at the top there with Aaron Rodgers, right, Key? It's the blame game, right? So everybody is blaming Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur blamed Mike Pettin for what happened at the end of the first half, some of the defensive issues that the Packers had. So he's placing the blame on Pettin after everybody is backing up the truck, as Jay likes to say, with the beep, beep, and backing over LaFleur. But you say Aaron Rodgers has to take some responsibility here.
Well, what I'm saying is when you look at it, it's not all about what Mike LaFleur did or Pettin did. Rodgers has some culpability as well. Because he's the guy. Take control, right? You wave that dude off, man. Tell that dude, no, but you had 3 downs. You had 3 downs to get it in. It didn't happen. Wave him off and say, no, we getting ready to go for it. We're like, no. Step up and tell him no. Period. Just be defiant in that moment. Even if you get backlash, you say, no, I felt like I'm getting ready to take this last shot. I don't care. Because in the end, that's what we want guys like Aaron Rodgers to do. We want him to take over. Sometimes you have to help the coaches get out of their own way because coaches will get in their way. And so when you look at that, Aaron Rodgers had an opportunity 3 other times with turnovers to move the ball down the field that they didn't. They allowed the defense of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to stall them. Frustration set in, so all the fingers are pointed everywhere. Yeah, certainly bad communication on LaFleur's part to Aaron Rodgers of not letting him know what he's thinking on the sideline. You have to let him know what the hell is going on. So now he could figure out what play to call, Jay. You can't just sit there and don't tell him. That's the one person on the entire field you need to be in constant communication with because he's the one guy who touches the ball every single play.
Key, you have a very demonstrative personality. And
hey, man, don't tell nobody that.
I think everybody sees it all the time. I go about it a little bit differently. I think that's a conversation that you have, obviously, with Coach LaFleur. But at the same time, there is responsibility on Aaron Rodgers' shoulders. I am not trying to, dismantle that. But at the same time, you do want your coach at that particular time to put you in a position to succeed, right? Obviously, as a point guard, I can kind of equate that to a quarterback to some degree. There's so much going on in your head. And yes, you could have ran for extra yards in that 3rd down. But that's what the greatest coaches do as well. They put you in the right position to succeed. And you do want your coach at the end of the day to believe the fact that you were the MVP of this league and that you did lead NFL history in, conversion rates in the end zone, right? When he had 48 touchdowns on 60 trips. So there's culpability on both sides, but I think it's a little bit more of the history that goes along with Aaron Rodgers and this organization about them, not surrounding him with skill position players. Obviously, he hasn't had big-time wide receiver targets that they've been drafting. I think it's all of those things combined in that particular moment that I thought we saw come to a head. That's what I felt like it was.
You make great points there, Jay. I don't know. I know, like you said, my personality in situations that I've been in where coaches were going to make certain decisions that I felt as a receiver, not even as a quarterback, as a receiver, that was a bad decision, that we probably shouldn't do that. and I let them know, but I also let them know that if you change your mind, I'm going to cash in for you, no matter what the situation is. Multiple times in my career, whether it was in college or in the pros, plays was changed because I said, no, man, we're not doing that. Y'all brought me here. Y'all paying me to do this. Let's do this. But I had to deliver on that. And so that's my only thing. We talk about it in basketball. Who's going to take the last shot? I'm meeting you at half court because I'm getting ready to get in you. I'm getting ready to get in you. And I know Aaron Rodgers has that personality. And sometimes maybe you just so frustrated with the situation that you just be like, whatever, man.
You mean it,
You want to call the play, Zubin? Just go right ahead and call the damn play. I'm done. You're not
That's
listening.
what it felt like, though, Key. That's what it felt like, right? Because, Aaron, like, he usually does speak his mind to situations. So it felt like it was one of those things that had culminated to the point where it's like, you know what? Y'all want to do it y'all way? Fine. Let's see how it plays out. Y'all do it y'all way. And I felt like when I listened to the post-game presser, that was Aaron Rodgers saying, you guys did it your way. Now we have decisions to make because now I may want to do it my way.
Yeah, indeed. Key talked about cashing in. Rodgers can cash into the tune of $134 million via his extension. He's contractually obligated to the Packers through the 2023 season.
Which means nothing, though, Zubin.
Right. Indeed.
As you have learned since you've been working with me, Jay.
Yes, Key, you were right.
Or as Deshaun Watson has shown us
I didn't know it was possible in football, though, Key. I knew it was possible in basketball. I'm watching a transformation in football, though, right now, right?
Hey, buddy. It's possible in any sport.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here. Period.
And here is how, not period, with an exclamation point. Here's how, because Get Up has an exclamation point on the end, because you need to get up at 8 a.m. Eastern time. It's too early. Here's Adam Schefter on how he could extricate himself from Green Bay.
He's under contract to the Green Bay Packers for 3 more seasons. So they control him for 3 more seasons, unless Aaron Rodgers says, I'm not going to play there anymore. I'm going to retire. I'm going to go rogue here and force my way out of there, and I want to be traded. And I want to be traded, let's just say, to Southern California, where I own a home, 20 minutes from the Rams facility, where I want to be traded to the Bay Area, where my football career started. Now, I'm not telling you that it goes that way. I'm just telling you that was an unusual press conference. There were a lot of emotions, and people think the Packers control him, when in fact, Aaron Rodgers can flip it rather quickly by basically saying, I'm not going to play there.
That's how it happens, if it happens.
Well, okay. Here's what I'm going to say. It could happen, but in Aaron Rodgers' case, it's so hard because he is Green Bay. He is Green Bay, Jay, not just as a player, but as just everything. It's Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers. Super Bowl champion, taking them to championship games. It's just, that's a hard one. You've got to put that sort of stuff on the organization unless you could explain why you really want out, because you would be letting so many people in that region and across the NFL down. So you better be sure that that is what you want, because once you say that, there is no turning back.
Chances are remote he's gone, but imagine that could possibly be the last play. If he's gone, that 4th and 8 play would be the last snap he ever had.
And Zubin, I'll say this, Tom Brady was a New England Patriot for a long time. Now look who he is.
Yeah. Michael Jordan, Joe Montana, Wayne Gretzky, all the greats wore more than one
Zubin
uniform.
Mehenti, sports senior to us.
No doubt. Obviously, I wore a sweater, so I'm more of a hockey guy. I didn't wear a jersey. I wore a sweater. On the way, as you know, today we're celebrating the life of Kobe Bryant. He died 1 year ago today. Key knew him very well. He's got a very personal connection to the day itself. Jay, of course, played against him. We'll talk about their memories of the Mamba forever, after Key has this from Indeed.
Let's make sure I get this read clean, because yesterday I was bumbling, stumbling, and trumbling. If you need to hire, you need Indeed. When you upgrade your job post, Indeed immediately delivers candidates from their resume database who fit your job criteria. Let Indeed sift through resumes so you can focus on selecting your top candidates. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR 2019. Receive a $75 sponsored job credit when you post a job at Indeed.com/credit. That's Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Celebrating the life of Kobe Bryant.
For a lot of players,